2.5 milligrams is not working for me. Not only is that not working for me, but injecting once a month on 2.5 is no longer working for me. Let me explain to you what is going on and what changes that my doctor and I had discussed and what are my plans going forward. But before I even give you all of that information, explain to you exactly what happened so that way you can better understand. And if you are new to the channel, I am Mounjaro. I was taking 2.5 milligrams once a month. I am on maintenance, have been on maintenance for a year. I did take some time off when I quit zepbound in March of this year, took a 5-month break and then got on Mounjaro. All right, so, and I started Mounjaro on 5 milligrams and then took that every week and then jumped into the 7.5. Realized that was too much, too strong for me. Then I went back to 2.5 and I started 2.5 on September 29th. Okay, and that was the beginning of my once a month injection. Now, I believe that because I had the 7.5, it was still lingering in my system. So when I took the 2.5 the next following week, it was able to hold me the whole month of October. So I really didn't feel, you know, the food noise. Like I was able, girl, to eat up enough calories. Now, when I was doing 5 milligrams once a week, I went from 2,100 all the way back down to 1,400 calories. So I knew right then my reasoning for me to get on 2.5 was so that I can eat more calories. Okay. And that's exactly what I did the whole month of October. I did another reset, got my calories back up high, and then I was able to, of course, gain some weight. So the 8 pounds that I lost during the first month of the Mounjaro 5 milligrams, I gained those 8 pounds back. And I was fine with it because 8 pounds, I just didn't look as lean out. And the muscles that I was, starting to get, especially in my glute area, was starting to like fade away. So when I lost those 8 pounds, not all of that was fat. It was also some muscle, which is why I needed to do another reverse diet. Okay. So I was able to maintain a weight of 156 pounds. When I saw that I was getting to 156, I realized that was a bit too much. Anytime I hit 156, it's like my whole body is like a balloon. It's like full of water. So I was able to decrease my calories down because I had got as high as to 2,300, decreased it down to around 2,100. And then the weight went down and I was like at 153, closer to the end of October. So I was able to maintain that weight around, as long as I was eating around 2,000 to 2,100. Mind you that my weightlifting has really taken off. Like I am so consistent with it. In October, that was when I was really focusing on strength and, you know, lifting heavy. So let's bring you on to November 1st, took the shot and I took another 2.5. Okay. I was still able to maintain weight. I am looking at my notes here because I have been able to track my data on my weight, and my weight has been consistent between 153, 152. That was like pretty much my range. The next following week, November 8th, I realized I'm still a little hungry, like something feels different. The food noise was back, which I'm not scared of food noise. My problem with food noise is that I was starting to like crave more sweets. So that's what I consider food noise. Okay. So hopefully that makes sense to you. So I took another shot. Okay. The next day, that's when I realized, okay, my menstrual cycle is on. So that explains why I was eating a bunch of sweets. That explains why I was eating a cookie every day. And there's nothing wrong with eating a cookie every day as long as it fits into your macros. But still, I didn't like the idea that I was craving something sweet. My weight still stayed the same at 153 pounds, even though I was eating a cookie a day. See, this is why I'm saying, like, when I track my data on my food app, which is Lose It app, and then I actually get on the scale and weigh myself and just use it as data and nothing else, I am able to tell, okay, the cookie is not the problem. Nothing is the problem. It was just that my menstrual cycle was coming on. Okay, so the next following week rolls by. And here it is on November 16th. Later that night, around 9 o'clock, I was feeling very hungry, like just extravagant, like I just wanted to eat. I've been keeping up on my protein. So anybody who is wondering, girl, I keep up on my macros, including the fiber. So I had no reason to want to eat at 9 o'clock at night, but my stomach was growling so bad. I was like, you know what? Should I take the 7.5 or take my last 2.5 that I have? So I decided, you know what? Let me just go ahead and take the 7.5. Yes, I did. I took the 7.5. So mind you, this is my third shot in a row because 2.5 just literally felt like water. Like I was just taking water on my second month, and it was just not enough to hold me, which is why I said that in September, after I took that 7.5 and went to 2.5, it held me for weeks on. Okay. So I took the 7.5. I was like, okay, I need to make sure I hone in on my macros and make sure that I do not have a significant deficit. So I'm at 2100. I'm trying to make sure I'm not going down to 1400, because then I will have to do a whole nother reverse. So I made sure that I tracked. Let me tell you, when I took that 7.5, within 30 minutes, my stomach was like this. I had no growling. The next morning, I did not feel hungry. The thought of wanting protein coffee was like, I don't want it, but I know I'm hungry. So how did I maneuver during a 7.5, knowing that that is a strong dose for me? So what I did was, every 2.5 to 3 hours, I was eating something. I made sure that I fueled my body, because I knew that listening to my stomach, which is a false sense of feeling full, I couldn't do that. I couldn't rely on my stomach. So I don't know about you, but for me, I cannot rely on that type of suppression and then say I'm not hungry, but then 6 hours roll around knowing that I have not eaten. I'm not playing those games. That's not what I'm doing with my body. So I made sure that I was on a time schedule when it came down to eating, and I made sure I got my protein in. And lo and behold, your girl was managed to eat 1900 calories on Monday and Tuesday, which was the 24th and the 25th. I managed to eat 1900 calories. After Tuesday, that's when the tightness loosened up and I was able to go back up to my 2100. Okay. So did I lose any weight? I did. I ended up going from 152.4 on the 16th down to the next following week. I went down to 150. Now we are still in Thanksgiving week. I weighed in at Thanksgiving I was 151. The day after Thanksgiving, I'm 152.6 or 0.4. And today, which is Saturday the 29th, I am 152.4. So initially that first week, I lost 2.4 pounds. Okay. And I'm still eating 21 something ish calories. Okay. But my calories kind of like is in a bracket. I make sure I am around 19 to 2100. I am trying to be in a deficit because I do want to lose a little bit of fat. So that's a whole nother story for a different video. Okay. So I just wanted to give you that rundown that I did take the 7.5. I did have a discussion with my doctor because I realized there's some things that I want to change, and I don't want to do once a month anymore. If 2.5 is not strong enough to carry you for the whole month, then you just need to regroup or start changing your injection schedule and do it like bi-weekly or every 3 weeks, or just go back to doing every week. So yeah, I just want to share that little bit with you. And girl, we will chat tomorrow because I will be doing my injection on the new milligram, and I will share a little bit more details, but I just wanted to get this part out of the way. So going forward, you will understand what Tamika's talking about, and you will understand where I am going, and I'm not changing it anymore after that. Okay. But until then, thank you so much for watching. Goodbye, gorgeous. Yes, I am a little tipsy. That's fine.